Hi, I'm Lori Kearney, and today is a gentle yoga class. The class is silent, so if you would like some music, feel free to play some light music in the background. We are going to be starting on our backs today, so come to your mat. If you have a strap or a shirt or any kind of thing that can be used as a strap, feel free to bring it next to you. And when you're on your back, see what feels most comfortable to you. Maybe your knees are up towards the ceiling so that your back lays flat, or maybe your legs are straight. And we're going to be doing some exercises with our arms and hands. So just put your hands overhead and just make sure you have enough space. And you're not going to be running into your couch or your chair or anything here. But for starting, just bring your hands either to your sides, or bring one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. And just start to just pay attention to your breath here, centering in and letting go of all of the maybe busyness from today or this week. Going inward to know that this next hour is just about you. To tune into your body, that some days we have extra pains, we have extra fatigue, and we have to be compassionate to ourselves and be gentle. Yoga is not about pain and gain. It's just about the little gentle pushes and stretches. And now to unite our breath together, exhale the air out from your lungs. Inhale through your nose. Open up, exhale. Inhale through the nose. Open up, exhale. And if it feels comfortable, close the mouth, breathing in and out through the nose. Find a rhythm with your breath and let this stay with you throughout the entire class today. Practicing mindfulness is about paying attention to the here and the now. So when we give ourselves a job, like listening to our breath, focusing on our breath, it helps us to stay present, and it helps to train our brain to not wander into the what's going to happen in the future. That's where anxiety sits. It doesn't go to I regret this, I wish things were different, and go into the past, and that's where depression sits. So the more we can train our brain to be in the present moment, the more calm we feel, the more at peace, the more content. The healthier we are, mind, body, and soul. Now, if your hands are on your chest and your stomach, just bring them down to your sides, palms down. We're going to flow with our breath with some arm movement. So inhale, bring the right hand overhead. And exhale, bring the right arm back to your side. Inhale your left hand up and over. And exhale, bring the hand down. Inhale, both hands overhead. Exhale, both hands down. 2 more times, just like this. Inhale, right hand overhead. Exhale, let the breath float your hand down. Inhale your left hand up and over. And exhale, float the hand down. Inhale, both hands are overhead. And exhale down. Find the rhythm with your breath. Going with the right hand, last set here. And now the left hand. And both hands. Now bring your right foot up towards the sky. Your left knee is bent. Your left foot is on the floor. And do a nice big flex of that right foot. And now point the foot and flex as far as you can have your toes towards your face is good. Inhale to point. Exhale, flex. Last time here, point the toe. Now make a circle in one direction, 3 different times for the ankle, and then 3 times the other direction. And now bring your hand either on your calf or your thigh, or you can have a strap or a scarf onto the sole of your foot. And we're just going to gently guide that right leg towards your face, flexing the toes, feeling the heel going straight up towards the sky. So we're getting a stretch through the calf muscle, also through the hamstring, and all of this helps with the lower back. And now release that right leg down. Now bringing the left leg up. Again, hands up to the side. Flex the foot as hard as you can. Heel towards the sky, toes towards your face. And now inhale as you flex the toes. And flexing here. And point. Last set, nice and hard here to flex. Give it all you got on your point. And then make some circles with your ankle, one direction and the other direction. I just got a pedicure yesterday, and it's so nice to actually look at some pretty toes for once. And then flex the foot. And again, grab your strap or use your hands. If you have the strap, bend your knee nice and big and put the strap between on the sole of your foot, or put your hand on your calf or onto your thigh. And just gently guide your leg towards your face. Keeping it mindful that the toes are coming down as the heel comes up. And this is just a nice warm-up stretch, so no big deal here. Sending your breath to the hamstring, to the calf. Inhale. And exhale, send it back down. And now bring your feet out as wide as it feels comfortable, maybe as wide as your mat goes. And your hands are out to a T. Inhale, center. Exhale, bring both knees to your left side. Your gaze can be straight up, or maybe it goes to the right hand. Inhale, up to center. Exhale, knees fall to the right. Again, gaze can be up or to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees to the left. Inhale, center. Knees to the right. Last time, inhale, center. Exhale, windshield wiper the knees. Inhale, up. And exhale, over. Inhale, both knees are up towards the ceiling. Feet are flat on the ground, and just bring the feet in just a little bit more. We're coming into a figure 4. So take your left foot, the left ankle actually, and put it onto your right thigh. And you may feel this right here, flex that top foot. If you would like more of a stretch, maybe you lift your back leg off the ground. Interlace your hands, so we're threading them underneath the right thigh, and maybe you even use that arm strength to pull the right foot, the thigh closer towards you. Your left elbow can be on the left thigh. We want to flex both feet to help protect the knees here. And as you breathe, send the breath to your left hip. On every exhale, just release a little bit more tension from the hip. One more breath here. And if you have your right foot off the ground, bring it to the ground. Release your left leg down. And now coming on to the other side, the right foot comes up and the right ankle goes on the left thigh. So listen to your body. It tells us things all day. Do we listen? Not always. And now bring the left leg off the ground if that feels comfortable. Maybe you even interlace your hands and put them underneath the left leg. You get lots of options in yoga. So see what works best for you. Try different things on. Each day is different depending on, did we get a good night's sleep? What did we eat yesterday? What is the stress going on in our lives? And so much of the stress we carry in our hips. So we need to physically help to release that stress to help the mind and the body to be as one, because we are one. If we have tension in the body, of course the mind is going to feel chaos and tension. And again, as you breathe, send your breath to your right hip, and every exhale, releasing just a little bit more. And as you release the right leg, we're coming into a tight little ball, so you can keep both knees bent. Bring your hands around your shins. Squeeze it in. Now, option to lift the head and bring the knee and the nose close together and take a nice big squeeze here. And then exhale, bring the head back down. We're going to rock and roll up into an easy seated pose. So bring your hands behind your thighs, or you can come into whatever way you want to get there. But if you want to have a little fun, just rock and roll maybe 2 or 3 times, massaging the back here. And then once you come up, you can cross your ankles or whichever way feels good to you here. Bring the hands to your sides. Inhale up. Bring your palms together and exhale to heart center. One more time, just like that. Inhale up. Palms together and exhale to heart center. Bring your hands onto your legs or to your knees. Inhale, nice tall spine. So think about like you have a balloon, a helium balloon going on from your head. How can you be as straight as that string of the balloon? You may need to lean back a little bit more. This will engage the core, bringing the belly button to the spine. Inhale the shoulders up to your ears. And then as you exhale, bring them forward, rolling them forward. Inhale, roll them back and forward. 2 more times just like that. Inhale, roll the shoulders back and forward. And this last time, make it as big as you want to take it here. Exhale back and then forward. And once again, squeeze the shoulders up to the ears, and then exhale, roll them back. Rolling the shoulders forward, making a circular motion and bringing it back. 2 more times here. As big as you can take it with the rolling. Last one, however you want it to look, do that. Coming down. We're going to be coming into a neck stretch. So you can have your hands on your knees, or you can tense your fingers out to the side, which makes it a little bit of a more intense stretch. So again, find that nice tall spine, and then exhale, bring your left chin over your left shoulder, like you're looking behind your shoulder. Inhale back to center, and exhale over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center. If it feels comfortable, bring your chin as far up to the sky as you can. And lower the chin down as low as you can go, keeping the spine straight. Inhale, coming back to center. Now bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. As you all know, there's lots of options here. So I can already feel this. Stay here if you like. If you want just a little bit more, bring some pressure onto the top of the head. And if you want even more, flex your hand and push it away from you. And you can make some circles going forward. So this is now a tension release. Are you guys feeling this like from your fingers, your forearm, your arm, all the way up to your shoulder and through the neck, holding in a spot. And then going backwards. Send the breath to wherever you feel the most tension and holding in that spot. If you're sitting a lot or on the computer or on your smartphone, it's important to do, it's essential actually, to do neck exercises every day. And then lower down the chin, nice and slow. Hands are both to your sides or on your knees. And then roll it all the way over to the left side. Nice and gentle, showing love for her neck. Tall spine to set up. Fingers tented is optional. Option to bring that left hand lightly. I'm not doing a big push. It's just that little extra weight. So I feel this here. So if that feels good to you, stay here. If you want a little bit more stretch, again, flex the hand and come out. Maybe you do some circles here. And again, holding, listening to what your body is telling you. My body is like screaming right now with my neck. Like, oh, you need to stretch it. You've been on the computer too much. And then going backwards. And holding it here. Sending that breath to the right side of your body, the arm, the neck. And now bringing your hands down to those tents, rolling the chin down towards your chest. And inhale, coming back up. And now just bring your right leg out. We're going to be getting a hamstring stretch here. So if you want to have a block or a pillow or a blanket, you can put that on top of you here or beside you. So as we inhale, bring both hands up. And now square your chest over your right leg and then hinge forward. So here, if you have a pillow, you can just have it here. Or you can put a big pillow, put your head on it, or blankets, or you can have blocks on both sides. So play around here if you want your hands on a block, or if you want them on the ground, or maybe you put them on your leg. On every inhale, feel the spine growing longer towards your toes. And then every exhale, just release a little bit more here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, release. One more breath here. Inhale, feel the spine elongate. And exhale, release down. Inhale, come up. We're going to come into an intense side stretch next. So again, you can put a pillow, a block, anything in front of you. The right arm can be on your right leg or maybe in front of you. The left hand comes up, and only if it feels good with you and it's in your body, maybe that left hand goes over towards the toes. We want to keep that left hip grounded, and it's going to want to come up. And you can play around here. Maybe that left shoulder can go back a little bit more as you open up. Bring some gaze underneath your left arm and send all that breath to the side body. We're making room for all of our organs. Our body is saying, oh, I love you. Yes, we love each other. We are one. And then inhale, coming up. Bring your left hand behind you. So we've been here before in other classes. So option one, we're going to have the hand in front of us, the right hand, and bring it in front of you to the left, and then gaze up as you reach up to the right side body, and then exhale, swing it back down. I always feel like a ballerina. Modified wild thing now. With the left hand on the ground, inhale, lift up your hips any amount. Whatever feels good to you. Maybe your gaze even goes to the back of the wall or the back of the room, and exhale, lowering down. And one more time here, your choice of what feels best for you. And exhale, lowering down, following your hand with your gaze. Now bring your hands to your sides and just switch out your legs here, nice and slow. And at any time, if you feel sore on your bum, that's a great time just to put a blanket underneath or a block. If you're on hardwood floors at home or something, see what makes you feel more comfortable. So again here, inhale the hands overhead. Then square your chest over your left leg. And then as you exhale, just hinge over. Decide where you want to put your hands. See what feels most comfortable. And feel your breath grow longer on the inhales. And on the exhale, release down. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, coming down. And one more time here. Then on your next inhale, coming up, we're coming into that intense side stretch. So again, it's the left forearm can be on the thigh, the calf, or the shin, or in front of you, or on a block. Bring the right hand up. Any amount feels good. So it's all about learning how to listen to our body. I used to get all these headaches, and then I would keep being busy and say I have such a headache, but I kept doing stuff. And instead, I realized, if I listen to my pain and respect it, then I won't have it anymore. We have to really be in tune with all the messages our body tells us. Keeping that right hip grounded at the same time, playing around with that right shoulder, maybe it comes back a little bit more. And then inhale, bring your right hand behind you. The first time for a modified wild thing, we're just going to bring the left hand in front of us, bring the gaze to the hand, and reach it up as high as you can, stretching through the left side body, and exhale, sending it down. 2 more times, your option, your variety. Maybe you'll lift your hips, gaze goes to the back of the room. Exhale, lowering down. This is a meditation here as we look through the hand, look at the hand. One last time, make this as big as you can take it here. And exhale, lowering down in front of you. And bring your hands to your sides, coming into bound angle. Bring your feet together, and any amount, if it can go as close to your body, that is good. So 2 different options here. So one is to round the spine, and the other one is to have the spine straight. So inhale, and exhale. Curl your back and find your forehead going towards your toes. Option 2, inhale the spine straight, and then hinge forward. Maybe even walk your hands out, and you're getting a little bit different of a stretch. So see what feels best for you for today, and just breathe wherever you are. Everybody is different, and that's good. It would be boring if we were all the same. One more breath here. Sinking in lower. And then coming up, just walking the hands up if they're down. And now cross at your ankles, coming up to a tabletop pose. Coming into our cat and cow. So first we want to set it up nice and good with our hands, so our fingers are spread nice and wide. We always have the wrist and the elbow and the shoulder in one long line, and then the knees are always directly underneath the hips. So inhale, exhale for cat pose. Push your knees and your hands into your mat as you round your spine. And inhale for cow pose. Belly dips down, chest comes up, gaze is up. Exhale for cat pose. Push away and separate the shoulder blades here. Inhale, coming into cow. Last set here. Exhale for cat. Belly button goes towards the spine. Press your feet into your mat. And inhale for cow pose. Bottom comes up, chest comes up. Coming back into neutral spine here. Coming into whatever organic movement feels good for you here. So maybe you do some circles with your hips and you come up and around and you do 2 to 3 circles in each direction. Or maybe you come in to do cat-cow circles. in one direction, then the other direction. Maybe you have your hands out a little bit more forward and you work on your upper body here. But just see, where does your body need to be moved right now? And close your eyes wherever you are to tune into your breath, to tune into how this feels in your body. We usually don't ever regret going to a yoga class because it feels so good. And just coming into one last breath wherever you are. And then just coming back into a neutral spine. So we're coming into thread the needle. Raleigh, this one's for you. But we're gonna do a little core work with it. So inhale your left hand up nice and high. So make a fist and rotate the fingers one way and then the other direction. And make a big circle forward, maybe 1 or 2 times. We're just working on the range of motion here. There's no rush. And then inhale that left hand up high. And then exhale, we're gonna bring the left hand underneath our body, but we're not having it touch the mat. We're just reaching underneath the body. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, crunch. If this does not feel good, just stay in tabletop pose. Engage your core. Inhale here, listen. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring the left arm underneath your arm, or underneath your body. Left ear to the ground. Right hand can stay on the mat and press against that mat to intensify your twist. Or you have lots of options. You can tense your fingers towards the top of your mat. You can interlace your fingers together and press those fingers away from your body. Or you can take the right hand and maybe put it on your back or advance all the way to your left leg. It doesn't matter where you are. Each one does something a little bit different. Just find that on the inhales, we're lengthening the spine towards the front. And on every exhale, we're twisting. We get toxins from our everyday products, right? Cleaning products, food, you know, our clothes, our sheets. And so sometimes these toxins just get stuck in our body no matter how clean we eat. So we need to squeeze it out like a dirty dish rag here. And now when you're ready, bring your right hand back to the mat for support as you inhale your left hand up nice and high. And then exhale, lowering down. Coming on to the other side, inhale your right hand up, and then just wiggle the wrist one direction, and then the other direction. And make maybe 2 circles going forward, and 2 circles going backwards. Inhale the right hand up. Exhale, crunch. So we're bringing the right hand underneath our body and we're reaching onto our left side. Inhale up, option stay in tabletop pose. Exhale, crunch. Right arm underneath and reach. Inhale up. Oh, you guys look beautiful. Great job. Exhale, crunch. Listen here. Inhale up. Exhale, thread the needle. Right arm on the ground, right ear, left hand on the ground, or you can bind it. I like to, do the same thing on both sides if you can. So if you tent it, or if you interlace the hands, or if you put the left hand on your back, you may want to do the same thing on this side. Do you have equal weight in both knees? Sometimes we favor one knee over the other. So see if you need to adjust in any way. So we have that dirty wash ray, right? And when we squeeze it out, some of that dirt comes out. And so it's very important to drink lots of water right after a yoga class. to help those toxins that are just released after a class to let them flow through us. So often we just don't drink enough water to get them released. And one more breath here. Bring your left hand back to the mat. Inhale the right hand up. And exhale, lowering down. We're going to prepare for our first down dog of the class. So curl your toes under, fingers spread wide, and lift your knees off the ground and bring your hips up towards the sky. So you have a bend in your knees here, and now just straighten one leg and bend the other, and vice versa. Walk the dog here. Nice deep bend, belly button towards your spine. Upside down V here. And now together, inhale everybody up onto your tippy toes. And exhale, send your heels to the back right corner of your mat. Inhale up on the tippy toes and send them to the back left corner of your mat. Inhale up on the toes and exhale, send the heels down. They don't need to be touching, we're just guiding them that way. Now inhale, look at the top of the mat, and with a nice deep bend in your knees, just walk the feet up for a ragdoll pose. So feet are a little bit more than hip distance. You can put 2 fists here. Option to have a block in front of you. So you have the option here to let your hands be heavy. You also have the option of taking your hand into each elbow and going side to side. Or if you would like to have more of a challenge on your spine, interlace your fingers behind the nape of your neck for a little extra weight here. So wherever you are, just put the pressure onto your ball mounts of your feet. Keep a nice bend in your knees. And just know there's nothing going on with the head. You can shake it. You know, nothing going on with the neck. We're just elongating here. If you have your hands interlaced with your elbows, just go the opposite direction with your grip in the opposite way. If you ever need a different perspective in a situation, come into a forward fold. Always healing. And now everybody just release your hands down to the ground, and we're going to slowly come up for a count of 6. So bend your knees here, engage your quads and your core, and come up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Adjust your clothes, take a sip of water if you like. Coming into mountain pose, your hands are down by your sides. And we're grounding down with all 4 corners of each foot. Lift up on your kneecaps to engage your thighs. Pelvic is turned under, so we don't want to have the butt sticking out. We're tipping it under. Belly button towards the spine. Inhale your shoulders up. And exhale, roll them back down. Chest is proud, gaze is up towards your ceiling. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your hands up nice and high. Bring your palms together and exhale through heart center to forward fold. We're going to come into some half sun A's for flow. Inhale, halfway lift, hold here. Hands can be either onto your upper thighs or to your shins, but we're bringing the belly button to the spine. So this is a core exercise. Slight tuck to the chin so our gaze is down at the mat. And we're elongating through the spine here. Exhale, forward fold. Coming up for a count of 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, bring the hands up overhead. Exhale, palms together. Exhale, nice and slow. Knees are bent, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Listen here. Inhale, mountain pose. Bend the knees, ground down, come up. Last half sun A. Bring the palms together. and exhale to forward fold. Adding on to a full sun A now. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, ground down, come up. Coming into a side stretch, have your right hand grab your left wrist, reach the left hand up nice and high, and then lean over towards the right side. So we're stretching out the left side of our body. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, leaning over to the left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale for baby back bend. Cactus your arms. See if this feels okay in your body. Gaze goes up. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Hands through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Listen here. Bring your feet behind you for plank pose, then lower your knees down. Option to have your knees off the ground for a bigger challenge. We're going to lower all the way down for cobra pose. Elbows towards the back, hugging into your ribs. Flip your feet so that your toes are firmly onto the ground, and they're so firm that your knees are off the ground here. Inhale, cobra pose. Continue to hold here. Continue to breathe. Little to no movement with the hands. If your heels of your hands are down, press them towards your feet. And just one more breath here. Exhale, coming down, coming into extended child's pose. So push yourself up. Bring both knees out to the side of your mat, big toes together to touch. Sink your hips down, and now walk your hands forward. You can put a block underneath you. You could put 2 fists and put your head down. So see what feels right for you here. If your hands are reached overhead, you can float your forehead onto your mat back and forth, getting a little massage. Inhale here, reach your hands forward towards the front of your mat, and then exhale, walk your hands over to the right side. Stretching through that left side body, keeping the left hip down. Inhale back to center. And exhale to the left side. Keep your right hip grounded as you send your breath to that right side body. And reach your hands back to center. Take an inhale. Sink the hips lower on your exhale. Inhale, tabletop pose. Coming back into our sun A's now. Curl your toes. Lift your hips up for downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, look at the top of the mat. Send the feet forward, hip distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Bend your knees, reach up nice and high. Coming into that side stretch. Right hand on the left wrist. And as you exhale, lean over, ground down with that left foot. Energetically press it down even more. Inhale up. And exhale to the left. Left wrist reaches the right hand. Press down with your right foot even more. Inhale up. Option for baby back bend. Cactus your arms or hands at your back. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to heart center or a swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, forward fold, coming into plank. So bring your knees down to the ground, or for a challenge, you can go to full plank. Coming all the way down to the ground, we're preparing for Sphinx pose. So for Sphinx, we're gonna have our hands, the fingers are spread nice and wide, forearms are all on the ground, and my feet are just flat on the ground, just like in Cobra. And just lift your chest up. Bring your pelvic to the ground. So press your pelvic bowl more into your mat and bring your gaze up. Shoulder blades are back. This is the counter pose to what we do all day long, typically on our computers. We hunch. We're just here for one more breath. And exhale, lowering down, push into tabletop pose. Curl your toes and lift up into downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Look at the top of the mat. Send your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, ground down, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. We're going to be coming into a little tree pose, and then we're going to flow a little bit more. So if you would like, bring your hand, your left hand to a wall, to a chair, to a couch, anything like that, or just bring your hands to a heart center or onto your waist. Ground down with your left foot and kickstand the right toes onto your mat. They can be on your ankle, on your shin, or you can bring it all the way up to your upper thigh and press the foot against your leg and the leg against the foot, and try to have your knee come out as much as possible. And if your hands are on your hips, maybe you try to bring them to heart center. If you have a hand on something, you always know that you have that safety. And if you fall, that's good. That means your body's learning. So it's good to fall. Press the left hand against the right and the right hand against the left, and bring your elbows up to the side. If you would like to grow your branches, bring your arms up. Maybe your gaze goes up to the ceiling, feeling that abundance in your life. See if you would like a little wind going through your leaves. This is just your time to play around and see what kind of tree you want to be. Now, wherever you are, bring your palms together and then exhale them back at heart center. Bring your right knee forward. Option is straighten your right leg and then just take a step forward. Coming into tree on the other side. So this time, if you want the support, it's always nice to even have like a folding chair that you can move around from side to side, or a couch or a wall onto the right side, or just face the opposite direction. So ground down with the right foot. Left toes come out to the side to kickstand. Again, option to start with hands on your hips or heart center. Knee is out as far as you can. So you're going to feel that opening in the hips. And now bring it to your ankle or to your shin, or with assistance, you can bring it to your upper thigh. We always want to avoid the knee in tree pose. Engage your core. So we have Uddiyana Bandha, belly button going towards the knee, navel going towards the spine. Find that drishti, something to stare at. Now bring your hands to heart center. Press the fingers together. That helps to engage your core, elbows out to the side. Press the left foot to the right leg and the leg into the left foot. And then just play. What did you do on the other side? Do you want to do the same thing? Maybe you bring your gaze all the way up. Become a big tree. Be a nice light breeze. It's June 25th today, and it's a gorgeous day. So the trees that I'm looking at outside are just fluttering just a little bit. And now together, bring your palms together and exhale the hands to heart center. Bring your left knee forward. Straighten your left leg. Exhale, set it back down. Now bring your hands to your hips. We're going to come into a wide leg standing stance here. So bring your feet out to the sides. So the toes are out and the heels are in. So you can stay here with your hands onto your hips, or if it feels good, come into star pose. Hands are up to the sky. And exhale, horse pose. Bring the hands to heart center and come down. And this first time through, just kind of wiggle one way and the other way. And bring your hands to your thighs for a twist. Inhale. Exhale, left shoulder down. Inhale up. Exhale, right shoulder down. Inhale, star pose. We're going to flow 2 times here. Exhale, horse. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse. Listen here, star pose. Coming into warrior 2. The left or the right toes go forward. The right toes are going to be parallel. Bend the front knee and bring your hands out to a T. You may need to widen your stance here and play around with the front thigh, bend it, straighten it a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, side angle. Bring the right hand forward. Bring the right forearm to the right leg. Left hand up or over. Press through the ninth edge of your left foot and act like you're trying to bring the mat together with your feet. We're like ripping the mat almost. So we're using the inner thigh strength. Uddiyana Bandha in all these warrior poses. Inhale, reverse triangle. So straighten both legs and reach your right hand up, left hand down. Breathe here as you stretch that right side body. Exhale, release a little bit more. Inhale, star pose. So swing the hands around. And now exhale, coming to the other side. So now this time we're going to go the left toes are pointing, this would probably be in the back of your mat. Right toes are parallel. Bend and straighten that left leg a little bit here. Gaze over that left hand. Nice firm belly here. Coming into side angle, so reach the left hand forward and then onto the forearm, right hand up and over. Really feeling that stretch wherever you have it in that entire right side body. The gaze can be down or it can be out or it can be up. Do what feels comfortable with your neck. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten both legs. Lift the left hand up nice and high. Reaching through that left side body. Hips are straight. As you exhale, just settle into the posture a little bit more. And then inhale, star pose. Swing the hand down and around and up. Bring the palms together and exhale the heart center. Now just bring your hands to your waist and just heel toe your feet so you have hip distance apart. We're going to be coming down to the ground now. So inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose or modified plank with the knees on the ground. Come all the way down to the ground. So we're going to be coming into a hip stretch. So you can decide what feels best for you. So first of all, with hands, you can have both hands interlace or just one on top of the other and put your forehead down, or you can have your hands to your sides or up to a T. You can have your legs a little bit more than hip distance, and you can just sway side to side with your hips. So that's the first option. The second option is we're going to take the left knee and bend it and bring it out to the side. The foot is flexed. So I'm thinking, let's see if this direction would show it better. But this is a different option for a hip opener. So see how much you want to have your knee bent. And if you want to have your forehead to your hands, or maybe your hands are to a T and you put your right ear down to the ground. But just settle in here, let the hips release to relax, and just breathe here. Just one more breath. Bring your head to center if it is one way, and then bring that left leg in. And now we're going to be coming on to the other side. So now bending the right knee. Maybe it's up by your hip. Doesn't really matter, just whatever feels best with your body. Flex that right foot. So I have a 90-degree angle in the foot, in the leg. Again, your head can be onto your hands that are stacked. Or maybe you bring your hands out to a T and you bring your left ear down to the ground. How can you surrender in this pose just 10% more? Feeling your body completely relaxing and melting into your mat. One more breath here. And if your head is to the side, bring it center, your hands underneath your body, your leg back. And just push yourself up onto your knees and then go on one hip side of the hips to the other, swinging your legs around. We're coming all the way down to our backs. So bending your knees, feet on the ground, and just slowly coming down. Coming into happy baby pose. So bring your knees to your side and your feet up towards the sky. Put a smile on your face. Don't want to have a sad baby. Your hands can be in your upper thighs, your shins, or maybe the soles of the feet. And just go side to side here. Play around here. Maybe you straighten your leg just a little bit. Keep that tailbone grounded as much as you can. And now when we're leaving poses next, so bring the left leg long, right knee into the right shoulder. Wrap your fingers into, just interlace around the shin. Squeeze the right shoulder there. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Now preparing for the spinal twist, your right hand goes out to a T, palm up. Your left hand can help you bring that right leg up and over. Your hips are stacked on top of each other. Your gaze can be up, or maybe your gaze can be over the right hand. Option to close your eyes here. This is another surrender pose that we don't need to do anything, just let gravity do its work. And then your next inhale, bring your right leg up. And now bring the right leg long onto the ground as you bring your left knee into your left shoulder, wrapping your hands around the shin, squeezing that left knee into that left shoulder. We're avoiding the rib cage, so we're really trying to get it out as far to the left side as possible here. Squeezing. And now the left hand goes out to a T, and then bring the left leg up and over. Scoot the right hip maybe a little bit to have them stacked. And again, see where it feels comfortable for your gaze. Do you like to have it up towards the ceiling and close your eyes? Or maybe it goes towards your left shoulder. You want to keep the shoulders grounded. That's more important than the foot or the knee touching the ground. I mean, gravity will do the work here. You do not have anything to do in this pose but surrender. And inhale, coming back up to center. Make a tight little ball. Wrap your hands around your shins. Bring your knee to your knees towards your nose and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Biggest inhale of class. And then exhale, Shavasana. Bring your hands out to your side. And with your legs, see what feels good to you. Maybe you have your legs straight and out and flapped open. Maybe the knees are bent and your feet are on the ground. Listen again to tune into your body. Letting go of our Ujjayi pranayama breath. Just breathing normal. We're not the human doing, we're just the human being now. If thoughts come your way, it's not a big deal. No worries. There's no judgment on you. You're a beautiful, loving person. We just want to train the brain to be calm and to be quiet. So when the thoughts come, just send them along. I like to vision a cloud, and that thought goes away. And I think about, I'll give some time to that thought later. Right now, it's just about being. You can stay in Shavasana for as long as it serves you. If you would like to come out, you start making some wiggles with your toes and your fingers. And then move your chin to your right shoulder, then your left shoulder. Come into a nice big morning stretch on your next inhale. So bring your hands and your feet in opposite directions. Inhale. Open up, exhale. One more time, just like that. Inhale and lengthen. And open up, exhale. Let anything go that does not serve you anymore in your life. Bend your knees. And then bring your knees to your left to your right side for a fetal position. And shower yourself with that abundance and with gratitude for yourself. How wonderful you are that you showed up to take care of you, to be the best person you are. Now just using your hand, come up into an easy seated pose. Your hands are to your sides. And together, inhale the hands up. Bring your palms together and lower the thumbs to your forehead to remind us of kind and loving thoughts. Lower the thumb to the mouth for kind and loving words. And lower the thumbs to the heart for kind and love to ourselves and to each other always. The light in the student and the teacher in me respects and honors the light and the teacher and the student in each one of you. Thank you so much for showing up today. I feel a lot of love when we are live, and for anybody that's watching this recording, thank you so much. It's always my pleasure to guide you. We seal the class with a bow. Namaste. Yay. Okay, let me press